You're about to discover the one trick in property that allows landlords to get ridiculously rich by doing nothing. This video will explain exactly how this trick works, how it's incredibly easy to do, and how it can literally make a landlord hundreds of thousands of pounds better off, without lifting a finger. However, not every landlord makes use of the trick properly, and you could lose everything if you do it wrong. Stay till the end and we'll tell you what to do next so that you can stay safe. But first, for you to understand the trick, you have to understand a crucial concept, or you could derail your wealth building journey and delay your financial goals by years. Let's avoid that, shall we? Now imagine this. The year is 1952 and someone gives you £100, and let's say you love drinking milk. Well, one pint in 1952 was 4 pence, so with £100 you could get 2,500 pints of milk. But what about today? Well, in September 2023, an average pint of milk is 65 pence. So with £100 you could now buy 153.8 pints of milk. We'll round down to 153. Do you see that? In 1952, £100 gets you 2,500 pints of milk. The same £100 in 2023 gets you only 153 pints. So £100 in 2023 is worth only around 6% of its value in 1952 in terms of milk. So to buy the same amount of goods and services, 2,500 pints, you would actually need around £1,625 in 2023. So you need to spend more today in pounds than you did in the past for the same amount of goods and services. This, ladies and gentlemen, is inflation. Now, inflation varies for different goods and services, but for this video you don't even need to know how or why this works. You just need to know that it can make you money as a landlord without you even realizing it. I mean, it's so easy, it's not even a trick. Imagine the same scenario. It's 1952, but now someone gives you £100,000 and they say, do what you want with it, but just give me 100k back in 2023. So you could take that 100k loan and spend it however you want. And keep in mind that that's a lot of money in 1952. That's 2.5 million pints of milk. Then you just have to give them back 100k in 2023, which is worth a lot less. Only 153,000 pints of milk. About 6% of the original amount of value in milk terms. I promise that's the last mention of milk in this video. Do you see what we're talking about now? This 100k loan has decreased in value over time. So some portion of this debt has just disappeared. But that's 1952. Most people watching this probably weren't even born then. So let's quickly look at recent history before we reveal the trick. In the last 25 years, from 1998 to 2023, inflation has meant that the value of the pound has decreased by 54%. That's more than half. Now imagine you took out a buy-to-let mortgage on a property worth £400,000 today. You put down 100k as a deposit and you have a mortgage of around 300k, about 75% of the value of the house. But if inflation decreased the value of the pound by 54% again in the next 25 years, that 300k mortgage that you've just been given as a debt would be worth more, like £138,000 in today's terms. The difference there is £162,000. Inflation has eroded not only the value of the pound, but also the value of your mortgage, i.e. your debt. It's just made hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of debt disappear into thin air, making you 162k better off. While inflation has been eroding everybody else's money, it's been helping you make more. Now imagine this, but with 3, 4, 5, or even 10 properties, all at the same time. Plus, add in the fact that rents tend to beat inflation, house prices beat inflation too, and tenants actually pay the interest payments on your debt. You can see how landlords get wealthy. But if you want to make sure that you're always kept up to date with what rents are doing and how house prices are changing, you should join the free property newsletter linked in the description. So the trick here is simple. All you do is use leverage, where you use a mortgage instead of using cash. But this knowledge is absolutely useless and you could lose everything if you don't understand how to use leverage and mortgages strategically without putting yourself at risk. So make sure you learn more about this topic so you can make decisions properly based on your goals and risk appetite.